After hitting a 0.5-second game winner against the Denver Nuggets, the Los Angeles Lakers extended their winning streak to 5 games and climbed to 3rd place in the Western Conference. But their new franchise star, Luka Dončić, showed no smile when LeBron James came over to celebrate. He simply nodded. In his hollow eyes, there seemed to be a weight he couldn't put into words. Attentive fans noticed something unusual. During this entire 5-game winning streak, Luka's usual post-game smile had disappeared. In the previous game against the Chicago Bulls, Luka scored his first 50-point game of the season as a Laker. Yet inside the locker room afterward, he showed no excitement. He even refused when teammates tried to celebrate by pouring water on him. Wins and records kept piling up, but the superstar seemed burdened with something heavy, completely out of sync with the joyful atmosphere around him. So what exactly happened to make Luka behave so differently? A recent statement he released may have revealed the reason behind it all. "I love my daughters more than anything, and I've been doing everything I can for them to be with me in the US during the season, but that hasn't been possible, so I recently made the tough decision to end my engagement. Everything I do is for my daughter's happiness, and I will always fight to be with them and give them the best life I can." It turns out he is ending his engagement with his longtime fiancée. Even a superstar who can do everything on the court cannot always overcome the distance of a long-distance relationship. Luka and Anamaria Goltes had what many people considered a childhood fairy tale. When Luka was 12, on the coast of Croatia, sunlight shimmered across the sea. A boy from Slovenia met a girl who spoke the same language as him. Hearing a familiar accent in a foreign place felt comforting. They exchanged phone numbers. Neither of them knew that summer had planted the seed of a relationship that would last more than a decade. For years later, that connection quietly blossomed into love. Their childhood romance soon became one of the most talked about love stories in sports. Anamaria came from a wealthy background. Her father was a Slovenian businessman. Her mother held dual master's degrees in law and economics. But what made their relationship so admired wasn't money. It was their loyalty to each other as Luka's career rose. In 2018, Luka completed a historic run in European basketball before being selected 3rd overall by the Dallas Mavericks. Suddenly, 5,600 miles separated them. Many people believed the relationship would end there. But around that time, an American modeling agency sent Anamaria an offer. She packed her bags without hesitation. Not for her career, but to follow the boy who had crossed the ocean. During their time in the United States, their love never seemed to fade. Anamaria's social media was filled with moments from their life together, and Luka often brought her to every major event in his life. Their mutual devotion became a beautiful story in the sports world. On July 7, 2023, Luka knelt beside Lake Bled in his hometown and proposed to Anamaria. Their fairy tale seemed to reach a new chapter. In November of the same year, their first daughter, Gabriella, was born. Last December, their second daughter, Olivia, arrived. With 2 daughters, their childhood romance seemed more complete than ever. But the turning point came quietly. In early 2025, Luka was traded to the Lakers. Meanwhile, Anamaria returned to Slovenia with their older daughter. Nearly 6,000 miles of distance and a 9-hour time difference turned daily life together into a relationship through screens. When their second daughter was born, Luka even missed 2 games to fly home. It should have been a warm reunion. Instead, it became the spark for conflict. Luka hoped his family would move to Los Angeles. But Anamaria didn't want to give up her modeling career. When Luka suggested bringing their older daughter to the United States, she refused as well. Years of long-distance tension suddenly erupted. At one point, Anamaria even called the police. After investigation, authorities found Luka had done nothing wrong. But by then, the relationship had already cracked beyond repair. That same night after their argument, Luka returned to the United States to prepare for upcoming games. And from that day forward, he has not seen his daughters in person. 2 weeks ago, Anamaria deleted every photo and post related to Luka from her social media. She also cut off communication between Luka and the two daughters. It seemed the relationship had completely collapsed. On March 11th, Luka released the statement through ESPN, the same one mentioned at the beginning of this story. Throughout the entire statement, he never mentioned Anamaria's name. On February 26th, Luka had already filed an emergency motion with a Slovenian court. He requested immediate contact with his daughters. Looking back at Luka's recent struggles now, everything feels different. The rising number of turnovers, the puzzling decisions and clutch moments, the flashes of emotion that nearly boiled over. Scenes we once analyzed again and again. Now they carry a deeper meaning. When someone's family life is caught in a storm, when conflict becomes part of everyday life, how could that heavy worry not weigh on the mind? This love story that began when they were 12 years old could not survive the erosion of distance. The warmth of daily companionship faded. The courage to keep fighting for each other slowly disappeared. On the court, Luka Dončić can break through any defense. But in life, even he could not cross the vast ocean of distance between them.